The first question you want to ask is, what type of welding are you doing? So the three main types of welding, we do have a glove solution for each of those, and I'll go through some of the features and benefits of each of those. So the first one is stick welding. Stick welding you'll see in a lot of shipbuilding, large outdoor work, structural steel. It's a very high spark, high heat application. You don't need a ton of dexterity, but you need heat protection. So this is our 50/50 that has a full HeatHide palm on it and back of hand. Again, that A6 cut protection is going to help from hazards like these sharp edges here too. So if I were to kind of demonstrate the way that a welder would work, you're going to take actually let me load up the, this is called a clamp, and the rod that you put in here is a metal filler rod. And you're going to use your dominant hand to hold the clamp, while your non-dominant hand is going to be positioning this and keeping it steady to help you move your weld along. And as the weld pulls down into your joint, this rod is going to get smaller and smaller, so you're actually getting your hands closer and closer to the weld itself. It's going to cause a lot of heat for the back of your hand, and that's what this HeatHide will help you protect from here too. So this is a great glove for stick welding in a lot of those high heat environments. The second glove that we have is going to be for MIG welding. And when you think about MIG welding, that's something that's going to be maybe sheet panels, smaller work, indoors, steel tubing. We see a lot of this in manufacturing. It's kind of a multi-purpose type of a welding, but it uses a gun type of a welding torch. And the filler material is usually coming out of the gun, so you're working with the trigger finger. What that means is that you're going to need a glove with a little more dexterity, but not as much heat because there's not a ton of spark coming out of here too. So you want your trigger finger to be flexible and usable and dexterous here too. Your non-dominant hand is going to be running along the table to steady your hand for your weld. And what that does is create a lot of abrasion on the back of your hand. So we've developed this drag patch here, which is the HeatHide leather. It's just the second layer of leather to help protect it from the glove wearing down or getting kind of worn out too. So that's what MIG welding is going to be used for there. The third type we have is going to be a TIG weld. Now TIG weld we see a lot in aerospace, nuclear, where you need a very, very fine, delicate weld. They almost want their edges to be perfect, it has to look nice. So the number one thing there is going to be dexterity. When you're using a TIG gun, you're going to hold it almost like a pencil, and then you're going to have a very, very fine filler wire that's going to pull together your weld here. As you make these tiny figure eights, you're really going to need dexterity in this non-dominant hand here, while your dominant hand is kind of pulling along there too. So again, that drag patch is really important for TIG welding. So there you've got it, our top 3 welding gloves and a tailored solution for every welder's need.